Well, hello, everybody. What's going on? I am beyond excited to do this live video for you, or you might be watching the recording afterwards, whatever the case, to talk about how to step into an embodied breakthrough leader that makes anything and everything happen in your own business, in your own life, in everything. And I am truly excited today to welcome my personal coach, Sasha Lipskaya, who is, I don't even know what you are, Sasha, an intuitive embodiment, energy, mindset. Like, we call her the Wonder Woman with the truth lasso. I think that's what you should call yourself as a coach. But we have been working together for a few months, and she now is also working with our clients in both Breakthrough Brand and our one-on-one clients. And I really wanted her to come on to share and talk about embodiment and what that means and how that changes your life and your business. And I'm going to stop talking and let you go ahead and talk.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Hello, everyone. Hello. I am going to take you right to it. I feel like Bobby, you just opened the door to the most important thing for us to discuss today, which is, where does your leadership and your capacity to create what you really want? Notice I said capacity. Your capacity to create it depend on your, again, capacity to embody the power that you have. And right before we, stepped into this container, I had this epiphany of, when you say you're afraid of your power, right? We say this a lot, like, oh, I'm afraid to embody my power. I'm afraid to lead with my power. I'm afraid of my own power. I want to say this. It's true. And also, it's kind of bullshit. So I'll just say right now why. Here's why. And I'm first to say I'm afraid of my own power. Like, trust me, I have lived that life. I still do sometimes. So this is constant work. What I realize is that you're not afraid of your power. Most of us anyway. Some people may be, but if you feel that fear of embodied leadership in you, which is I'm afraid to really be who I am, that's what it means, and really lead with my truth and really own what I'm here for and not stop at anything to just again and again and again and again and again reaffirm my certainty. This is who I am. This is what I'm here for. This matters to me. Let's go. If you're afraid of that, here's why. Here's my experience of why. When you say yes to that kind of leadership, when you say yes to your destiny, which is what that is, there is no turning back. And you know that it will require the kind of work that most of us are really afraid to do. It's not doing more work out there. It's not writing more emails. It's not posting more. It's not doing more sales calls. It's really not the work that we say we're afraid to do. Oh, I'm just lazy. Yes, you are. I am too, but not of the work out there. We're lazy to do this work. We're lazy. And Fabi's like, So first of all, I'm saying this because Fabi to me embodies leadership, but true integrated whole leadership, where I know this because I'm her coach. I know she does the work. I'm aware how much it takes for her to show up in the way that she does. And I can see the results. And I can tell you right now that the work that I personally have been afraid to do most of my life, and I've avoided being a coach, is this work. It's getting literally on the mat and saying, I don't really know who I am. I've given up my power. I have betrayed myself. I have neglected myself. I have abandoned myself. I have played a victim. I have been my own saboteur. I take responsibility. Show me the way. And then doing the actual embodiment work, going into the body, because your body is the key. It's not even that it holds keys. It is the key. It is the key to your ability and your desire to fully embrace, integrate, and embody your wholeness, which includes your shadows, which includes the saboteur, which includes the victim. I work with archetypes, so I'll throw them in here, but we're not going to really make this about archetypes or the feminine or the masculine. Fabi knows I love talking about that. These are just useful tools, right? But really what I'm talking about, you and your capacity to embrace all of you and do the work that your ego doesn't want to do. And the reason it doesn't want to do it is because once you start doing it, you become free. Feel into the frequency of that word. Become free. I mean, you're free now. But I bet you, if you're on this live, if you're watching the replay, there is most likely something in your life that feels like it's not quite where you want it to be, that you're not quite as free as you want to be, that you're not quite as able to express your wholeness, that the world is not really receiving you. That is a symptom of I'm not free to be who I am, and I'm not safe to really be who I am. And all of that, my friend, is resolved and really embraced through this inner embodiment, leadership, activation. You want to call it whatever it is, mindset, rewiring, nervous system healing, whatever that is, the inner work. We call it the inner work because it's happening on the inner of your body now. It's not in some esoteric place out there. It's not in a temple. It's not a yoga retreat. You are the retreat. You are the temple. You are the instrument. You don't need anything outside of you to do the work, but you absolutely need a reflection and the guidance, right? And the safety. I said this before, the safety to actually do it in a way that works for you and that allows you to not only do the work you're here to do in the world, but truly embrace and love the person you get to reveal yourself to be as you do the work. And Fabi spoke about this in her training. It isn't so much about the thing you're going to do. It's who you get to become as a result of it that you really want, right? You want to embrace your wholeness, not because it feels good, but because it liberates you to discover who you really are, which most of us, myself included, don't know. And we will never really know, because that's the whole point of life, is to reveal more and more and more and more. It's not because you're not good enough that you don't know. It's simply that's the way life is designed, is to show you who you are every step of the way. And the closer you are to really living in alignment with your purpose, we're never perfect. I sway every single day, which is why I have a coach, which is why I need to do my own practice, which is why I have to walk my talk. It's not easy, but it's a game. It's like a video game. The difference between somebody who really embodies leadership and somebody who refuses to because they don't want to do the work, the difference is one chooses to co-create this game from a place of I have won already. What am I going to create out of this? Versus this is happening to me. How do I get out of this? Which is the victim, right? This the classical two archetypes, which I'll mention right now, the victim and the warrior. So I will start with that, but I just want to say to everybody, before we step into the conversation, Fabian, I would love your feedback, your thoughts. Can we take, you know where I'm going, 3 deep breaths? This, we have to walk the talk. We have to embody the talk, right? So what I say doesn't matter. It's how I say it, where I say it from that really matters, right? And that's where we start. So let's start in the body. Let's take 3 deep breaths. You have 5 seconds into your belly, into your, like, I want to say your womb, your gut, right? That part of you in between your hips, the pelvic center of your body, right? Your seat. Breathe into that as much as you can through your nose. I'm going to exhale with the mouth. And if you can make a sigh, you're doing it even better. There is no wrong way of doing it, but the best way to do it is to and just let the energy move. And as we do that, we're activating your intuitive channel, which is that central column between your spine, your front of your body. We're allowing your body to come into alignment and presence. And we're opening up your energy centers so that you can actually receive and reveal, right? Not get and project, but receive and reveal. So let's do it. Let's take 3 deep breaths into your pelvic, I want to say it, the pelvic cauldron. That's what we're going to say. All right. So just breathe into that and feel yourself just absorbing energy. 1, 2, 3, breathe in. Hold this breath. Feel your body come into alignment and presence and just this power in your body right now. Feel it and release. Beautiful. Shake it out. Another deep breath and into your pelvis. Blow your tummy out like a balloon. Nobody cares. Just let yourself feel that power in your body and ground yourself and exhale. Beautiful. Okay. 1 more deep breath into your pelvis. Feel the root of your spine anchored in the earth. Visualize it. Feel yourself connected, tethered, fully, fully, fully present. And release. Okay. One more deep breath, this time into your heart. Just open your heart. Feel your heart open. Lift your sternum. Open your shoulders. Just feel that radiance come out of you. And let it go. Beautiful. Now it can work. I love it. I love it. The energy. All right.
Well, what I wanted to say from what you were saying before is that one of the things that I've truly learned, and by the way, if you're watching us live or you're watching the replay, say hi in the comments and let us know how all of this is landing. I'm curious, right? But anyways, one of the things that I've truly uncovered that has been so, it's like an epiphany almost, like so revealing, is around who we need to be and how that really impacts your success. And I think that oftentimes we think it's the doing. We think, oh, I need to send emails every day. I need to send DMs every day, or I need to record a new video, or I need to do this and I need to do that. And truly what I've learned in my own evolution in my business is that it's not really about any of that. It's about who you are being. And connecting back to what you were saying before, Sasha, I think that the issue is that we will do whatever we need to do to avoid being. It's like, let me do, because this is the only way to build success. And I think that when we talk about embodying that breakthrough leader, it's honestly about stepping into who you could be and doing the work that's required for that, which sucks. If I'm being truly honest, it's hard work, but also it's the work that's required from us to be able to get to that next place. So I don't know. What do you want to add to that, Sasha?
Well, I mean, again, speaking of leadership, there's so many lenses we can look through, right? But I feel like whoever is here right now, the reason you're here is because you know you're a leader. You know you are. And I don't use that word lightly, right? What I describe myself as when I say what I do to the world, right? I help light workers become the leaders they are. And I help leaders activate their inner light worker. Because if you are a leader, but you're not leading with your light, and by light, I mean the truth of your heart, right? Your capacity to radiate love to the world. That's it. If you're not doing that, whatever you're leading, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It won't stand the test of time. It won't. Because what this world requires of you is your heart's truth to lead, right? And if you are a light worker, and like I just mentioned, right, a lot of us, myself included, light workers, we're afraid of that power. We're afraid to take that responsibility. It's by design. It's by design. It comes with, right, this expectation of you to actually stand up and say, this is hard. I don't want to do this. And therefore I'm not as in like, I don't like doing it, right? I know I want to do it, but I don't want to do it. That kind of feeling of, oh my God, this is going to ask everything of me. This is going to ask me to be with the truth that my ego does not want me to see, but I'm stronger than that. What am I going to create out of it? Thank you, ego, right? If you do that, that's when you activate your inner leader. Your ability to embody that leadership means, number one, okay, I actually have 3 things that you need to walk away with today if you really want to work on your inner, I don't want to say your inner leader. I want to say your inner king and queen, right? That, because leadership, again, different ways of looking at it, but I'm looking at it from the lens of you're a sovereign, right? You are responsible for your people. You are leading people somewhere. You're taking care of them. You're serving. And through it all, you're feeding yourself. You are the embodiment of prosperity. Right? You are the example that people become, but not just inspired by. Their inner light becomes activated through you, right? Your transmission of leadership awakens the leadership in other people. That's the kind of leadership I'm talking about. That cannot be faked. That cannot be pretended, right? That's not something you try to play out. Like, you have to embody it. And so that does require the inner work that we don't want to do, because that's the initiation, right? That's like, think of the hero's journey. Like the hero, whether you know what I'm talking about or not, just follow it. The hero has to go into the dark cave and face the dragon to actually earn the right to step out of that and say, I am ready to serve. I am ready. You can trust me. That's leadership. Now, I say, don't slay your dragons, master your dragons. hunt them down and master them, right? So this is what I talk about shadow work. You don't want to slay your shadow. You want to really see it, which is the hardest thing to do. Slaying it isn't hard. Seeing it and being with it is hard. We don't want to embrace our darkness, but in that darkness, there is your key to your light, right? There is your capacity to lead. Because in embracing the things that are holding you back, your saboteur, right? Your spiritual laziness. No, I don't want to do the inner work, right? I don't. Like, it's too hard. I don't want to do it. Playing small, right? All of that. It's kind of like the spiritual immaturity, the inner child, like, doesn't want to grow up. I have a lot of that, most light workers, because it's, again, by design, so that you can prove to yourself that you are ready to overcome it. And when you do, you self-select, right? I'm the exception to the rule. I'm here to create a new world, new rules. And I'm here to actually lead the way. And so the 3 things that you need to walk away with is, number 1, to embody that kind of leadership, you must know that the answer is always in who are you? Who are you? And that was of insight, right? And an epiphany is a series of insights, and where you're like, oh, I've had all these insights, and now your body, that's the embodiment of an insight. There's no turning back. I can't unlearn this. I can't unknow this. I can't unsee this. I see the truth, right? So who are you is the biggest question, because if you don't really know who you are, and this is where shadow work and not slaying your dragons, but mastering them comes in, it becomes a consistent commitment to your inner work as a practice. Is your spiritual athlete. I say often, your spiritual gym is never going to go away so long as you're here. Embody that leadership. You got to be required to show up, right? To keep your membership, so to speak. And you're not going to want to fake it or avoid it or bypass it. Once you start doing this work and feel the power that it reveals in your body, and feel that sovereignty and that self-worth, right? That self-esteem, that awareness of who you really are. Oh, you are never going to turn back. It's going to get harder, and you're going to be like, I hate it, and I'm here for it. Bring it on, right? So
100%.
And so, number 1, who are you? Number 2, which is what we're going to discuss, is where are you going? Like, that's the key, because you might be embodying the leader, right? I am here transmitting my power. I'm owning it. But where am I going? Really? And this is where knowing who you are will really help you, right? Because if you don't know who you are, anything will take you there. Right? Anybody's little carrot, right? Anybody's little, oh, you should go here. You should want this, right? My definition of success, this and this. And then you lose track of the most important thing, which is, well, what is my heart leading me to? What is, again, by default, you will develop your intuition. You will absolutely, whatever needs to be healing, right, will come into awareness even more. You will start doing the healing work you need to do, which I'm not saying you will heal everything, but you will become aware that you can, which is 95% of the work. And you will activate the prosperity gene inside of your body, because prosperity means I thrive, so everyone does. So who am I? Where am I going? Where am I taking the people I want to bring with me? And then who am I calling with me? Right? Who am I calling with me? That's, again, speaking to everything you taught us this week, Fabi, is who are you talking to? Not just in your business, but in your life, right? Oh, people are going to reject me. They're not going to misunderstand me, right? All of these things. Like, yeah, a lot of people will. Again, it's a feature. Exactly. For most people, it's a feature of you being a leader. People will not understand, and they will not respond, and they will test you, not because they're trying to be mean, but by default, right? Their inner, let's say, spiritual teacher will teach you, because your sacred contract, that you are here for it, regardless of what happens. And the test only shows you how much more committed or not you are, right? How much more or less you are, so that you know that if you are here for it every single day, you get to recommit, literally remarry yourself, right? Reactivate that determination, that certainty, that faith that I'm here. This is who I am. This is where I'm going. This is who I'm here to lead. Let's go. And those that really are here to receive your message, they will experience your transmission, whether they hear you speak or they see you or not. Like, they will feel your presence. So by default, again, you will lead people with your energy. And isn't that what we're here to do? Is I just want to be a blessing to this world. That's how you do that. But again, it's who you be. It's not what you do. The doing comes out of the being, and the doing becomes an expression of your being. right? It's like, naturally, how can I express who I am? By doing this, by writing this, by saying this, while being human, doubting yourself, doing things not the right way, failing miserably. Yesterday, I failed miserably in my leadership. It was awful. I felt terrible. I had to do some really unpleasant work. I'm still doing it. It's not fun. It is not fun. And at the same time, I was like, isn't it amazing? Isn't it amazing that I get to see it from the lens of, oh my God, I'm asked to step up even higher. And I'm not allowed to do this anymore. Like, this has to end. We're done. Thank you. Right?
I love that. So it's so funny because I was reading this post by somebody that I follow that said something that really spoke to me. She was talking about how it's not podcasts that make her successful, or a webinar that makes her successful, or TikTok or Instagram or Facebook. It's her in her power showing up in a podcast, her in her power showing up in a webinar, her in her power showing up in Instagram or wherever you're hanging out. And I love that. And I felt so connected to it, because at the end of the day, what's important for everybody to understand as a leader is that you are the source of your own abundance, and you are the source of your power at the end of the day. So answering those questions, who you are, where are you going, and who are you bringing with you, I think really covers kind of what we speak about, what I talk about, what we talked about the whole last week around elevating your brand message and really being able to define, well, what do you want? What do you want for your life? What do you want for your success? Who's your audience? What's your message to your audience? And where are you taking them? And it's really about us stepping into, I call it unwavering certainty, like that level of belief in yourself. Is that 100%? No, like I am not even close to 100% of the time being in my full power. Sasha knows this more than most. But I show up every single day, even when it's hard, even when it's tough. And I think that one of the things that I've personally learned is the importance of acceptance. And I think that that's probably one of the biggest lessons that can lead you to freedom, is acceptance of where you're at, what's going on, and how you're creating some of those things to yourself, and just acceptance of the situation. The moment that you accept, it's like, whoop, things shift really quickly. So anyways, I kind of wanted to speak to that a little bit. And I think that it's truly about, again, who you are being. And when we talk about embodying that breakthrough leader, it's not about like, oh, what is the strategy? What is the messaging? What is the trick or the tactic or whatever? It's about intentionality in how you're showing up, even when you're not at 100% of the time. You're not supposed to, but it's really about having that level of awareness. And I think that in my case, one of the biggest things that have led me to build success has been awareness. Like I always tell Sasha, like, I know I'm so like highly, highly aware, and I'm always like catching myself. Thinking that I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And I think that I want to develop that skill almost of like, what did I just say? Why did I say it? So anyways.
Yeah, well, no, I mean, you just beautifully embody, right? And again, just for fun, and because it's helpful just to see your wholeness here, right? Your awareness is your masculine, right? We think, oh, masculine is doing things in the world. Yes, that's an expression of the masculine. But true, right? Masculine energy, what it is it's your capacity to ground, right? Get in radical integrity, right? And